The following episode of App Judgment is brought to you with limited commercial interruption by Gamefly.com. Go to Gamefly.com/AppJudgment for your free trial.
Welcome to another edition of App Judgment. My name is Ron Richards, and I'm here with
David Prager.
And today we're here to talk about the brand new Hulu Plus app that just was released this week. We got it here on our iPad. We've been playing with it. We don't have full access to the app because we requested a beta invite, but Hulu hasn't sent it yet. So Hulu, if you're watching, send it on. We want to check it all out. But as we were discussing the app, it became quite a bit of a subject of debate in the Revision 3 offices over in the App Judgment bullpen.
Yeah, so I haven't used the app itself. I've used Hulu a lot, and I think that in theory, what Hulu is doing, I think, is a phenomenal idea and a phenomenal trial, and it's something that they are able to do with the relationships that they've built with content creators, as well as some of these content creators who are part of Hulu and have a stake in Hulu.
So you're excited about the new Hulu Plus platform?
I am.
For those who don't know, basically what it is it's Hulu's first entry into leaving the web. By having it on the iPad, the iPhone, as well as other platforms like the PlayStation and TVs and TV set-top boxes and things like that, it's going to extend Hulu out further than just the website, and it's also a subscription model. So in order to use the application, you need to pay $9 a month.
$9.99 a month.
$9.99 a month, $10 a month, in addition to receiving commercial mentions during the shows that you watch.
And so this is a departure from what Hulu has been, which is go to Hulu.com, the website, and pick amongst the content that they have, and you can watch all of it with limited commercial interruption, which is still less than you would see on traditional television.
Well, yeah. So when this news broke, I got very excited because I think it's great to see Hulu finally leaving the website and go into the app world. But when I heard about the business model, I rolled my eyes, gave it a big thumbs down, and I just think that this is just going to be a step towards the failure of Hulu.
Yeah, well, I think it's a gamble that they're going to have to take, and here's why. I think that right now, what Hulu is doing is providing a vessel for people to legally watch traditional network television shows and, professionally done huge network shows, stuff like, that's created by non-broadcast networks.
Sure.
And I think what's been a problem for Hulu right now is that, say a show, and I always talk about the show Lost. There's a show like Lost, and they distribute it over the likes of Hulu. If they only distributed it over the likes of Hulu, with the mass audience that used to watch Lost traditionally, if they found that audience and got them all to watch on Hulu, with the model that Hulu has in place right now for limited commercial interruption, it would not cover the expense of the show.
Right.
And so I think it's exciting and interesting to see that right now, me as a consumer, Ron as a consumer, and almost everyone else who doesn't watch TV exclusively over the air is paying money to a DirecTV, to a Comcast, and to a cable provider. They're paying money to that provider, and they are also watching those commercials. So I think that Hulu is taking advantage of technology that's available to make everything thoroughly on demand across multiple devices, your iPad, your iPod, your PS3, your Xbox, and more devices as they have in their ads about where it's going. So they're giving you the ability to have this fully on demand, but you're paying a fee as you would to a DirecTV or a Comcast or a cable provider, and having to put up with commercial interruption, but this time it's still limited. I don't want to have to pay for stuff, but I think that when you do pay, you get a sense of entitlement of I'm getting what
exactly, and that's my point, and that's the problem with it. And don't get me wrong, I just want to caveat saying that I'm for people making money and creating content. We work at a TV network. We need to make money so we can put food on our tables. Totally understand that. That's why we have great sponsors and we work our sponsorship messages into the shows. My problem is that if you are going to provide a paid application for $10 a month and then hit me with, I was just watching Spaced, which is a half-an-hour show, 24 minutes with 3 commercial interruptions over 24 minutes. Hang on. And I'm already paying $10 a month. I can easily hop over to the Netflix app and watch Spaced with no commercial interruptions.
So that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
And I'll still.
I'm already paying $10 to Netflix.
I know. And the thing is, like for say Lost, you can watch it on the ABC app completely for free.
Exactly.
Now what Hulu is trying to do is they're establishing relationships with content providers, so you can get your ABC shows, your CBS shows, NBC shows, and even your other shows. And so what the problem is going to be is you're going to have Netflix, and you're going to have Amazon, and you're going to have Hulu, and you're going to have individual proprietors of websites with video content that are going to be battling. And right now, for someone like Revision 3, thank God for us, we put out pretty damn cool stuff, I think, that we can pay for by having our ads.
Now, if you look across the board,
I know, let's not. So if you look across the board, what is terrifying the larger executives of the big networks is how are we going to make this work when convergence truly happens? Our viewers are the ones that watch internet TV. Most people No, go ahead.
No, as I said, I don't think that, but you're right, and I don't think this is a step towards making it work. I don't have cable at home. I watch TV all over the internet, and this is great. Hulu giving me an app that I can watch every episode of my shows in the current season, so I can watch Glee on the app. That's great. But as you go through it, not all previous seasons are going to be available. They're saying that they're going to have some seasons from some shows, like they're being very vague about the language, about the back catalog. And when you've got things like Netflix out there, when you've got things like the ABC thing, I think what Hulu's doing right now is this is the beginning of the downward spiral for Hulu as they're trying to justify their existence.
I think that you might be right, but I also think, and maybe I'm glad I'm not Hulu, but I think it's a commendable experiment.
It is.
And it sucks because it still gets down to the root of, in order to get good content, someone's going to have to pay. Now, the model that Hulu has in place right now, in my opinion, which is without the pro, which is limited commercial interruption, and half the time, it's the same ad every commercial break.
Again. Exactly.
They need to scale it better. I'm sure that's being worked on, especially with the brands and agencies that want to get representation in some of this stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they're trying it. In a way, like, I gotta wish them well. I don't want to pay for stuff.
Right. Well,
but if I can get good content and I don't have to, like, I'm paying Comcast every month way too much money. And of course, I'm getting broadband and all this other stuff and phone line that I don't care about.
I already pay $15 to MLB for the MLB app. You make this $15, hell, you make this $20, no commercials, I'll buy it. There, I said it. You take out the commercials and you'll convert me. And I think that enough people feel strongly about that they probably would agree with me. But the app is cool. It looks pretty cool. I can't wait to get access to it.
The money's going to have to come back to them. But again, I think it's a fantastic experiment. I hope something works well because I want to be able to watch what I want, when I want, where I want it. That's ultimately going to happen. If it's with this Hulu app, we'll find out.
Exactly. So what do you think? Shoot us an email over at appjudgment@revision3.com or tell us what you think on Twitter at twitter.com/appjudgment. And you can watch the show at youtube.com/appjudgment and check us out on revision3.com/appjudgment.
And you can follow him at twitter.com/ronxo.
And him at DL Prager.
Thanks. We'll see you next time.
Hey gamers! GameFly is the largest online video game rental service and offers you a choice from over 7,000 new and classic titles across all consoles and handhelds. With plans starting at $15.95 a month, GameFly members can rent 1 to 4 games at a time and keep them for as long as they like. There are no late fees, no due dates, and shipping is always free. If you really like the game you're playing, simply click Keep It on the GameFly website and the game is yours at a discounted price. App Judgment fans get a 15-day free trial when they go to www.gamefly.com/appjudgment.